Hi, my name is William Beam. Today we're going to take a quick look at Focus CK, part of the Creative Kit from MacFun. It's an interesting little tool. I just want to take a look at a couple of things that you may not be using if you have this program already. And if you don't have it, it's something that may be interesting, give you a little bit more creativity with your photographs. So let's start off with this photo over here, a couple of them that I've taken at Walt Disney World. And this one is over in Animal Kingdom. It's a simple little scenario. They kind of set these little vignettes up just to make it a little interesting. And what I thought was the bicycle that's over here might look a little bit more interesting if we did a tilt shift on it. So it's very simple over here. We click tilt shift, and you're going to get a few lines over here. This little section right here you see in the center with the green dots on either side, this diagonal line is where you want to put your subject. So we're going to grab the center of this, and we're going to pull it over here to the bicycle. Now, a couple things to keep in mind. You can grab these lines over here, and you'll want to make sure you can see what's changing from a hand. And let me see if I can put it over here where you can get a better look. There's a couple of little double-headed arrow over there. If you want to grab that and change the size of the focus area that you're going to have. Right now, I'm actually going to leave it kind of where it is. And then this is your feather amount over here. If you look at this other line, you can see it's very blurry over here and not so much in here. It's kind of your feathering out in this little section between these two lines. And of course, this is your focus area. If I just stop right there, I want you to notice a couple of things. Look at this sign over here. I'm going to hit the space bar and hold that down. And that is your before. So you can see we've got some detail over here. We've got some detail in this. If I let go, suddenly it's washed out. The reason is the tilt shift over here in the panel on the right-hand side really boosts up the highlights. That's part of the effect. You may or may not want this depending upon the photograph you're looking at. For this particular photograph, I don't want it. That's just a hot spot that kind of draws your eye away. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the highlights all the way down. And it looks a bit more natural. It's still defocused. You can't really read what it is, but it's not this big highlight that's coming in there. And I'm going to add just a little bit of a vignette. And if you want to, you can down here in the in focus section, you can sharpen, you can add a bit of clarity. I don't think I need to do that, but I am going to brighten it just a little bit. And just like that, I'm done. You can see it kind of almost makes it look toy-like with the tilt shift effect. So let me pull my hand back over here, and I'm going to hit the space bar. That's before, and that's after. What you're doing is you're really isolating your subject in a unique and interesting way, and something I find very enjoyable using the tilt shift. The other one I wanted to show you was the architecture setting. So let's pull over a different photo. I'm just going to drag and drop it over here. It's going to open up a new window. I can close this one out, and I'm not going to save that one. So let's make this a little bit larger so we can get a good look at it. Architecture does something similar. So instead of having diagonal lines, you can see that we've got the same set of lines, only vertical. We're going to take this and just drag this over here to put our castle right in the center of it. Pull away. And there's the default setting. So before, you can see everything with the leaves over here is in focus, and the bushes on this side. After, a little bit defocused, and you've got your blur amount over here. You can also add just a little bit of a vignette, just like we did with the other one, that kind of brings your eye to the castle. And this one I particularly wanted to use because you've got a mirror reflection down here. So you don't want to just have a simple spot over here. You want to have that long vertical one. And if you're shooting architecture for tall buildings, that's really going to help you out having this kind of setting going on here. The same rules apply. This line over here, or these two inner lines, are giving you the area that's in focus. The lines over here on the outside are kind of helping your feathering as to how much you can have or how much you want to take away from it. We can do the same thing again, click brightness over here just to give a little bit of a spot to our subject. And again, you can add sharpness and clarity if you need to. To me, this is kind of a finishing touch tool. It's not one I do before I've done my other post-processing. It's just at the end of it, I just like to put on a little bit of Focus CK and just draw attention down to my subject. I hope you enjoyed this and saw a couple of things that Focus CK can do for you. This is part of the Creative Kit from MacFun, and the nice folks there have given me a discount code that I can share with you. All you have to do is go to my URL. It's williambeam.com/MacFun. And then when you get over to the site to do your purchase, Enter my last name as a coupon code, BEAM, BEEM, and that will save you 10% off your purchase. Hope that helps you. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you.